Does the thought of recording yet another YouTube video just feels ugh? I used to feel the same way. And I usually start with a really great idea I get super excited about. But every video that I publish keeps feeling like a flop, and each one just keeps draining my confidence, making the entire YouTube process a giant pain in the ass. And it's no surprise that most people who start on YouTube quit. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my simple 3-step scripting formula I use to hit 200K total views for my business YouTube channel. With this scripting formula, you can record a lot faster, easier, you're going to have a lot of fun, it takes massive pressure off you, and I'll even show you some common mistakes to avoid along the way. So if you script the right way, that's 60% of the heavy lifting for YouTube production out of the way. It will make the entire YouTube production process fun again. Because let's be honest, if you're not having fun, you're going to quit. So this is day 5 of my YouTube Kickstarter challenge, where I need to post 1 YouTube video a day for 7 days straight. And I would love for you to join in on this challenge as well. After I record this video, I am going to go for a swim, because YouTube needs to fit my lifestyle, not the other way around. So a good script would have 3 main parts: the intro, the body, and the call to action. Each part will have its own purpose. So the next question that I usually have is, should I script word for word or should I do bullet points? Here's the pros and cons for both. If you script word for word, you'll be more confident recording the video because the script is there, you just read it out. But the downside to that is it will take you really long to script because you have to write it. And second, when you read it, it will be too obvious that you're reading a script. And when you watch yourself back, it's not going to sound like you. And that's not what you want. You want people to vibe and you want to get your true self on video. If you script word for word, you will sound robotic, which is not what you want. On the opposite side, if you do bullet points for the whole thing, scripting will be super fast, maybe 15 minutes, because it's just a bunch of bullet points. And because you're the subject matter expert, you look at the points, you can riff. But when I did this, I often forget to tell important stories to support the point. So the point doesn't land as strongly as I would if I were to script it word for word. My solution is to do a hybrid solution. So some parts of the script, we're going to do word for word, and some part of the script, we're going to do bullet points. The combination of these two would solve both of our problems. It will not take us too long to do. The most important parts of the script will be rock solid. And at the same time, some parts will be bullet points so you can riff as the subject matter expert. I think it's the best of both worlds. Here's how it works. So here we have the intro. The purpose for the intro is to reassure that they clicked on the right video. The body is to deliver the thing they clicked on. And the call to action is to let them know they don't know the next thing, so point them to the next video. The order of importance for the entire script, the intro is probably 60%, the body is only 10%, and then the call to action is 30%. So which one of these sections should be word for word and bullet points? The one carrying the most weight will be word for word, and the one that are not so important will be bullet points. So the intro would be word for word, the body would be bullet points, and the call to action would be back to word for word. All right, let's dive into the first most important section, the intro. The first few seconds when somebody clicks on your video is prime video real estate. That's when the viewer sees your thumbnail and title, then they made a decision, all right, I want to watch this. They click on it. Then the first 10 to 30 seconds of your intro, you should be reassuring that they clicked on the right video so they would continue watching. Because if you fail at this point, then none of the rest matters. So I further break down the intro to 3 subsections. So here it is. The first is the 1-sentence hook. The second is relate to their problem plus proof. And the third one is bullet points of what they're going to get. So let's break this down. So for the 1-sentence hook, you need to have a sentence that would attract their attention. 1 sentence only. This could be a question, a stat, a strong opinion about something, or a strong emotion. I hate this. I don't like that. I love this. A question is, do you know X, Y, and Z? Or a stat would be like 70% of YouTubers are going to fail unless you do this. The second part is, after you deliver that 1-sentence hook to grab their attention, you need to relate to their problem. I too feel X, Y, and Z until I made this switch. Now, this happened. This is where you show proof, either your own proof, you've achieved the thing, or a client proof. Here's how I helped this guy and then got this results. So you need that visual thing as a B-roll. Bam, right there. Just like how I showed the screenshot of me getting 200K views in the intro of this video. So the last part of the intro is bullet points of what they're going to get. So here's where you say, in this video, you'll learn or get, and then use parts of your title so it sounds familiar to them. And then you're going to learn this. Show the bullet points on the screen. And bonus, if you're a business YouTuber, here's where you can mention your lead magnet. A lot of people mention their lead magnet at the very end, but most people don't make it to the very end. Might as well mention it at the very beginning of each video. So you can say something like, by the way, if you want X, download my free lead magnet, link in the description below. Short and sweet. All right, next we're going to be talking about the body. This is the least weight of the script, and this is the part where we jot down 3 to maximum 5 bullet points. These bullet points should deliver the thing that you promise in your titles and thumbnail. So each point also needs to have some sort of mini stories to support that point. So what kind of story, you may ask? Well, if you're a business owner, it's basically proof that I helped my client from X to Z, or I helped myself from X to Z and got these results. So each point, if possible, you have proof to prove that you know what you're talking about. And the final third part of the script is the call to action. So unlike entertainment YouTubers, where they ask you to like and subscribe, we don't do that here. What we want to do in the call to action part is to get people to download our lead magnet. So they enter our email list, and that becomes a lead, right? So this is basically the same part again, where you say, by the way, if you want X, download my free lead magnet down in the description below. So after you plug your lead magnet, make it really quick, then you wrap things up by saying, okay, so now you know how to, the title of your video. Next, you want to know how to do Y, which is the next thing that they need to know after they know this video. That's exactly what we're going to be covering in the next video right here. Point to the left or right section of the video. And that's where you add the card where they need to click to watch the next video. When you script this out on Notion or Google Docs, it doesn't really matter. You can screenshot your script, upload it to your AI tool of choice, Gemini, ChatGPT, and just say, hey, this is my YouTube script. Can you help make it tighter? So you review what they spit out, and you take the one that you like and adjust your script according to that. And the last thing that I recommend you to do is, once you have the draft ready, you need to practice reading it out loud as if you're recording. I do this all the time. And if you're embarrassed to do this in public, then find a room and just practice like talking to yourself. I promise you this will catch any last minute thing where information doesn't flow very well, or you feel like you need to add something or remove something to make it flow better. If you want your first 3 client getting YouTube video ideas complete with script, title, and thumbnail, download my Binge-Builder kit down below. Also, if you're really serious to grow your YouTube channel and you want to work with me one-to-one, check out the second link in the description down below. Okay, so now you know how to script your videos, which takes massive pressure off you. The next thing you're going to do is, where the rubber hits the road, start recording these videos. And that's exactly what I'm going to cover in the next video. Watch it right here.